Hello, I'm Alex with Psyche Blossom. I pulled some cards here. I wanted to talk about tarot in general a little bit and how tarot is with this page, what my philosophy is with this page. Um, I pulled the vessel, a card, well, a symbol that's come up in my a symbol that's come up in my path a lot has been the idea of a ship, which ironically a ship is a vessel too. You Everything is a vessel. Your body is a vessel. Your heart is a vessel. Cups are vessels. But I get this. I've been getting this repeated symbol. I've been seeing it on like pictures on people's tattoos of the ship with all these sails, and there's wind in the sails pushing the ship. And I guess that's just a given. But you think of the sails aren't really doing any kind of work. They're just catching the wind that is already present. I feel like that's what most spiritual tools do, including tarot. I think tarot is one of those things that teaches to slow down, kind of like with meditation, kind of like with what therapy does. It causes us to introspect. I think the real magic with tarot is that it is able to catch the present energies in a form and present them to your psyche in a way that your mind, yourself, your spirit resonates with. The archetypes that are present in the tarot are a timeless language to your soul. And as such, I feel that the reason tarot is so effective is because it speaks to that part of your soul, and it is pulling from a some if I use it say it scientifically, the magnetic field that connects all of our brains together, the what we interact with, the field, the great field that connects us together. There's something in that determines what happens, which way the wind blows, and to whatever extent that influences literally everything. I think that's how divination in general works. If you're doing tea readings or cracking an egg or pulling a card, the universe is determining those things. Kind of like the idea with the double slit experiment is a way to observe a thing. And in that way, maybe the universe itself is really in your head in a way that you can't prove out there in the universe. And maybe because of that, tarot is effective at, if there's nothing in the universe but your mind, then, maybe tarot doesn't have to make sense out there. It can just, who knows if these cards even have anything on the other side of them before you flip them over. As far as, if a tree falls in the woods, does anyone hear it? These cards, as far as you could know, could just magically become that at the time you flip them and not have anything to do with the physical deck you're interacting with. Anyway, that's just going pretty woo woo. This card is kind of like a reminder to simplify. Sometimes we want to know the answers. I think that's like really what this is a warning against. A lot of people, I've done a lot of tarot readings for a lot of people over time, and I kind of got out of reading cards for a long time, for other people and for myself for this reason. And I lean more toward mental health now, kind of for that same reason, not because of how people are with tarot, but for this reason that people are neurotically obsessed. They fall into these obsessive loops. Uh, Love is one of the big ones. Uh, but tarot is one of the ways that people fall into these recursive loops. And I feel that a lot of tarot readers prey on that. And, I feel like you should be careful with that and kind of understand that there are limits to what the tarot can do, and that people who aren't forthcoming about that aren't being honest with you. I think this is the Nine of Pentacles inverted, especially in regards to this particular message, is to trust your intuition so deeply, not to, many people will tell you, even this video right now, if nothing I'm saying right now resonates with you, don't let it change your mind about, like, if you believe tarot is 100% shows you the future, and you have like 20 years of experience to back it up, and you live your life by it, that's your reality. Don't let me sway you otherwise. Uh, Believe when your path is your path. Your path is your path. So I feel like that's very important. Three of Pentacles inverted. I feel like that's like, I feel like that's the same card, except there's like some integrity behind, your, whatever you believe inside of yourself is still an amalgam of things you've learned from other people. You bring wisdom, all the books you've read, the different spiritual beliefs that you combine together to make your own, the talks you've had, the people you disagree with, even become a part of you and your identity, your belief system. I think that the reason the vessel is full for this really weird reading is that maybe, I think the biggest thing, the reason that I am doing this particular reading is because I feel that to some extent, maybe the idea of having a tarot page kind of interferes with the ethos of my other page, unless I like make that so clear where that line is for me. And for me, I ironically, to me, it all comes full circle. I feel that the fact that science rejects Eastern spirituality, and the fact that Eastern spirituality tries to push back against science, they're both wrong. And the ultimate idea is to come together where there's deep wisdom in both paths, and the way forward is integrating all of those cups of knowledge, into one kind of system. And I guess that's kind of accidentally what I'm trying to do with my ethos here. I feel that mental health is how you actualize spirituality, and there are many tools to that. Many people swear by different tools, and there's not a one size fits all tool in spirituality that cures everything. There's no medicine that cures all. There's no shortcut for doing the work. You have to literally put yourself out there and learn all these things. I truly feel that mental health is one of the most important, learning your own behavior patterns, learning your boundaries, learning how toxic people interact with you. It's more important than just meditating and spiritually bypassing your emotions. I mean, I think that where Carl Jung's spirituality and his idea and his understanding of archetypes mixed with psychology kind of leaned in my, shadow work ethos, which is why I decided to name both the pages the same, Psyche Blossom, as Psyche went through, I originally named the page from Psyche, but I realized that, if I were to say that I'm someone who doesn't believe in these things, I literally channeled the name of this page. So I believe in that to some extent. Obviously, I believe in some spirituality stuff. I just don't believe in how a lot of people use these arts to deceive people. Anyway, that's all for this page or for this video. If you want to watch one of the older videos, kind of help me kick this page off. I'm going to be making these more consistently, and they're going to be less weird like this. I just wanted to get this one out of the way because it's been kind of weighing on my mind. And before I start getting the momentum going, I wanted to kind of make it clear how I see tarot and kind of like put a warning out there for, as a tarot reader, about tarot readers and why I was apprehensive to create this page in the first place is because of how people feel about tarot readers and how even I myself feel about tarot readers. So I'm going to pull one card organically. Looks like two. And they both have platypus in them. So I got the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. I can see the plant life. Five of Pentacles. The plant life is not doing so well. Two of Cups. Plant life is doing really well. Something about in the Five of Pentacles, maybe this person is focused too much on the outcomes of the thing they're working on and not so much on the connections they're building. And I think that's just really the only reading part of this reading. It's a thing in the spiritual community to reach out to other people and help other people. And I think a big part of the work is learning to listen to others and learn other people's boundaries when they're coming at you with stuff, and try to be like taking constructive criticism from everyone around you, but not so much that, like I reiterated a bunch in the reading, you're your ultimate authority, but not to push that to, I guess, the narcissistic side. Seems like there's some kind of balance to be had between trusting yourself and listening to others. There's a reciprocity, equanimity, and reciprocity. Anyway, if you watch this far in this weird video, like and subscribe.